My name is Andrew Bond. I am the Sales and Marketing Director for ETL Systems, which is a manufacturing company of RF products based in Hereford in England. And we have been a member of SIG for over 15 years. Satellite interference group originally, and now they've changed the I to innovation. And I think that's important because it's become a lot more inclusive for all parts of the RF chain, from the satellite to the antenna to the ground station. And I think that's made the whole of the SIG group much more inclusive, to include companies like ourselves who are manufacturers and have to respond to the industry requirements to be able to provide RF distribution equipment to move RF signals up and down from satellite dependably and for a multitude of applications. Well, one of the reasons is that I think while we are in a very commercial environment that we all compete against each other, it's very important for companies who work together in the Satcoms group to actually come to places like Odense, which is where we are today. So I want to say a big thank you to QuadSat for hosting us here at Hans Christian Andersen Airport in Odense. And they're demonstrating the sort of new technology that we're seeing in the market, which in this case is the testing of movable steerable antennas using drone technology. And I'm pleased to say that we've been part of this technology at ETL Systems, and we've provided them some signal generators and other RF test systems which they can use on the ground and actually on the drone itself. So I think the Satellite Innovations Group, it's not just about the satellite, it's not just about the antenna, it's not just about the signals and beamform and antenna design, but it's also about the end customer and the quality of the signal that is going from your computer, your camera, or wherever you're actually passing signals from, how it's actually getting to your consumer reliably and dependably. And that's really what we're all responsible for. And like Satcoms, ETL Systems, which manufactures RF ground station equipment, matrices and amplifiers, is responsible for delivering a reliable signal to customers around the world. ETL Systems has grown hugely over the last 15 years. So when I started, there were just 15 of us. And we've gone up to a 180-person company. And while you can say that the satellite industry has transformed, grown and changed, and we've benefited from that, we've been very lucky in developing quickly new RF products to the marketplace. And groups like SIG have been really instrumental in allowing us to see and recognise how these changes are taking place. So today here at QuadSat, and we've just been looking at the new generation of LEO satellites and how they're developing ground segment systems. So we've just launched something called a Hawk matrix, which allows uplink and downlink traffic to be moved into a steerable antenna environment where you've got fast switching antennas in a redundant environment looking at the new LEO constellations. So it's been very interesting to see how our development can actually link to the new satellite constellations that we're seeing here at here at SIG. So I think the other thing that SIG is very good at is bringing in a whole new level of technical expertise into a room and actually sharing people's knowledge and people's skill set in a very much an open forum environment. And in the industry that we're in, the satellite industry, which is very competitive, it's really refreshing to see this sharing of knowledge in a rather sort of learning establishment. I think one of the biggest challenges we've got is encouraging new engineers into the industry. And we have a program at ETL Systems for apprenticeships for engineers. And I think I would call on all parts of the industry to encourage RF and Satcoms to be majored at universities in the UK, in Europe and America, because we need people in this growing industry, and there is a shortage, not least hardware engineers, PCB designers, but also software engineers as well. And I think without that new generation of workforce, it's going to strangle this industry, and it means that we're going to be slower to market. And looking at the way that Starlink and Project Kuiper have come on board so quickly, we need to respond to these changes quickly too. And without new ideas and new technologies and new skills, we cannot simply do that. Well, as a manufacturer of RF distribution equipment, we have taken a major step forward and invested in digital infrastructure and the response to the digitization of the ground segment. And we're coming to the end of a huge program of development to launch Genus Digital, which effectively will digitize the RF stream and allow a completely new generation of signals to be moved between the antenna and the modems over IP. So that is a real game changer. It's a real shift in the technology that we've been using historically. It doesn't necessarily replace what we do. We love coax, we love standard RF amplifiers and RF matrices, which is the bedrock of what ETL Systems do. But I think Genus Digital will be very much working in harmony with the old analog way of doing things. And as it becomes more affordable, more teleports will start to join this new infrastructure of signal passage, which I think will be reliable, secure and affordable over time. And I think that's a major step forward for ETL Systems, and I think will be a great interest, not just to governments who are the new early adopters of this, but also to commercial teleports as well.